Hey, what is up guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be doing a SoFi bank review, taking a look at SoFi Bank's checking and savings accounts and whether or not SoFi is a good option for you to use for your checking and savings accounts. So that's what we're going to be diving into here in today's video. And of course, if you do want to check out SoFi, you can check out those links linked down below in the video description. Again, some of which are affiliate links, which can be a great way to help out and support the channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into SoFi banking and the review of their high yield savings accounts as well as their checking accounts, and are they really a good bank for you to get started with? Now, first and foremost, it's important to understand that SoFi is an online bank. Now, an online bank means they don't really have any kind of physical branches, but that's really not a big deal in today's day and age. And they also include free ATMs that you can use no matter where you are if you need to get access to cash. Now, taking a look at SoFi as a company, now, in addition to their banking services, so they do offer their high yield savings checking accounts. That's what we're primarily focusing in on here in today's video. SoFi does actually offer a wide variety of different types of banking products when it comes to maybe loans, investing, credit cards even. They have a wide variety of other types of products and services that they do also offer in addition to their high yield savings and checking accounts. If maybe you're looking for a one-stop shop bank where you can also get maybe a mortgage as well, SoFi does have the capability and does offer a lot of different other products and services if you're kind of looking for more of a one-stop shop type bank, in addition to maybe a high yield savings and checking account. Now, specifically looking at their checking and savings accounts, we actually do rank their checking account as our #1 choice for some of the best checking accounts in our best of lists here that we do in partnership with money.com. We rank and put together the list of the best checking accounts. SoFi actually makes it to the #1 spot on both our checking account list as well as our high yield savings list, because you're able to earn pretty decently in terms of their annual percent yield on their savings accounts. And we'll get into more specifics on what each of the accounts offer, but I did want to mention they do actually rank #1 on both our savings accounts and our checking accounts list. Now, when you're looking at the bank in terms of what you can consider overall across both their checking and savings accounts, is both of them offer no account fees, right? So you have no account overdraft or monthly fees. Essentially, they just say, just great banking. So you don't have any kind of account overdraft monthly fees. They do also offer certain setup earnings that you can get, is anywhere from $50 to $300. Basically like a sign-up bonus. Same with some APY bonuses, depending on when you're watching this video. They do have sometimes they offer like limited time savings boosters that you can also get in terms of earning more interest on your money that you do put in their savings accounts. And in terms of both their checking and savings accounts also offer up to $3 million in additional FDIC insurance through a network of participating banks. So they basically are able to get you more FDIC insurance on larger deposits, again, up to $3 million, which is pretty nice. Now, right now, they do also offer a savings boost if you open a new SoFi checking and savings account. Their standard rate currently is 3.8% yield on your money, and that's going to be on an annualized basis if you want to do the math. And then you also currently have a 6-month APY boost of 0.7, bringing you to a total of 4.5%, which is pretty nice, at least for the time being. Again, we mentioned they have no account fees across both their checking and savings accounts. You can also benefit from their up to 2-day early paycheck. They also have their mobile app where you can pay bills, deposit checks, send money, do everything from their mobile app. Again, we mentioned the FDIC insurance, no fee overdraft coverage. And that's essentially what the banking option looks like. Now, going into more of the specifics across the different accounts, and we're taking a look at their checking account, I do first want to go through some of the important details with their checking account. Now, with their checking account, again, outside of their limited time offers currently, you can also get 0.5% APY on checking balances, which is pretty unheard of on a lot of checking accounts. So you can actually earn a little bit of interest on your checking account with SoFi, which is pretty cool. You also have, again, the $0 monthly fees, free overdraft coverage, up to 2-day early paycheck, and FDIC insurance up to $250K traditionally, plus that $3 million in supplemental insurance. Which is pretty nice as well. Now, in terms of the checking account, focusing here on the checking account first, we'll go into the savings account a little bit more in detail later. But their online checking account, again, is no fees. You can see at the app, you deposit the money, you sit the money in your checking account, and it is an online bank. Now, in terms of what you get, in terms of the security, you do also get a debit card. So you can get a debit card. You can also add this to your Apple Wallet as well, but you do actually get a physical debit card in the mail that you can get, and you just have to activate it. This does also come with, again, their real-time alerts, two-factor authentication, and all those kind of things that you would really come to expect from most banks, right? You also have mobile deposit, so you can just snap a photo of the check. So again, you don't need to go to a physical branch because they don't really have physical branches. So you're going to be just taking pictures of the checks to deposit them. You also have Zelle, which is pretty essential nowadays to send and receive money. And you can also manage, again, you're checking your balance, viewing statements, tracking transactions, transferring funds. You can essentially do all that here within their app. And they easily split it down and break it down between their checking and savings account. So it's pretty easy to manage both of them, even just from the single SoFi app in terms of SoFi Bank. Again, with their debit card, they have $0 fraud liability because it is part of the World Debit MasterCard. So you are protected from unauthorized transactions online, in-store, by phone, and at ATMs, which is traditionally something most people kind of look at for purchase protections. That is included here on their World Debit MasterCard, which is something maybe you traditionally would expect from a credit card, but it actually is included on their debit card as well, which is nice to have that additional purchase protection on the debit card, so that you have, again, zero fraud liability. So you can get a refund if anything happens. Worst case scenario, you can call them and have that resolved for you. They also have their fee-free ATM. So again, that's going to be part of their ATM network. That's within the Allpoint network. You can track where ATMs are locally for you, but 55,000 plus, you should be able to find one that you have no trouble getting to if you do need a ATM for cash transactions or things like that. Because it is an online bank. You also have a digital wallet, right? So you can link things right to your Apple Wallet right away pretty easily. You also have contactless payments. Of course, that's pretty standard with even most debit cards or cards. Again, like I mentioned, they have that 0.5 APY, FDIC insurance, and they do also have the direct integration with the savings accounts. So again, if you're comparing to most other banks, right, something that you would not get with most other banks in terms of what SoFi does offer is, again, zero monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, right? A lot of other big banks like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they have some sort of fee or minimum to waive their monthly fee, whereas SoFi does not have that whatsoever. And they actually give you a little bit of earnings too at 0.5 APY, which is pretty nice on a checking account because it's not traditionally given on most checking accounts. So you can see how much money that would be worth over time, even just based on, at that 0.5, even if you just had $5,000 of average balance, that's an extra $76 in your pocket at the end of the year, which is always nice to see, right? It's nice to have a little extra money in your pocket. Again, you can apply online at the links in the video description, and you may be eligible for certain cash bonuses depending on when you're watching this video with linking direct deposit to your SoFi checking account. Again, they have all the terms and conditions listed. The links in the video description if you want to read through the account process and what that looks like. But you can then apply online, fund your account, start banking. Again, they also offer a joint bank account option if that's something that you're interested in, or a student banking option if you are a student right now. So they do also have those options available as well for you when you're looking at a SoFi checking account. Now, moving into the high yield savings account, I know we touched on that a little bit in terms of the APY and earnings, but essentially with the high yield savings account, essentially you're able to get more money on your savings than what you would traditionally get from most of the big banks, right? You're able to get up to 4.3% APY on their savings accounts, at least currently, and normally that would be around that 3.5% or 3.6%, depending on where interest rates are. There's also zero minimum balance to earn that APY, and you can also open a checking and savings account with one sign up, so if, that makes the offer and setup pretty easy. You get 2-day early paycheck. Again, the supplemental insurance for covering it. And again, no account fees, no fees on overdrafts or anything like that. So you're able to get it set up there. Now, in terms of what you can expect, again, it's traditionally going to be 3.6% APY. Again, time of making today's video. No account fees. You also get the cash bonus depending on the deposits that you do get set up with. Again, we kind of already touched on the earnings, but this chart is essentially the biggest reason to use a company like SoFi when you're looking at different online savings accounts, is because traditionally, big banks like Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo aren't going to really give you much on their standard savings APYs, whereas with SoFi, you get 3.6%. B of A, Chase, Wells Fargo, it's like 0.01. It's like practically nothing, right? And even then, some of them come with monthly fees or minimums. You have to have at least 5K in the account, in your savings account, and not pay a fee, or you need at least $100 to even open the account. With SoFi, it's zero. No withdrawal limit as well. A lot of other savings accounts do have certain withdrawal limits. SoFi does not have that. They do also have the highest FDIC insurance through their partner banks. Again, because of their partner bank connection compared to maybe traditional FDIC insurance. So just keep that in mind there. In terms of what that savings amount could be worth is, you see if you have $10,000 in your savings account over a 3-year period, even if you don't add any more money to the account, that is worth $1,183 that you would not, with a traditional bank account, that's $3. Woo, $3. But that's actually a substantial amount of money. If you just have $10,000 sitting in an account for 3 years, just sitting in savings, you earn it, practically almost $1,200, right? $1,183.87. That's pretty good. That's the difference there with a 3.8% APY. Again, depending on when you're, saving your money, it might be higher, lower, but that's a good chunk of change, even if it's 3%. And if you contributed any kind of money during that period, maybe if you added even just $20 a month, boom, it kind of adds to it. Maybe if you did it over even a 5-year period. So, you can really kind of play with the numbers here and see how much that interest is actually worth it to you, and why it's a good idea to maybe use a SoFi savings account. Now, in addition to that, they also have their savings vaults, where you can create savings goals and track your progress for each of those different vaults. So they're kind of similar to Ally Bank's bucket feature, where you can set up savings goals and then contribute to these. And they're essentially like miniature accounts within your main account. So if you're saving for a Hawaii trip, you label it that, you put $100 a month, and it will be automatically added to these savings vaults. And these are actually not separate accounts. It's basically just a way to track your spending, or your savings rather, and how you want to, plan for future, purchases or trips or emergency funds. However you want to do that, you can just add to your vault, and you can have multiple savings vaults underneath that single account. So it's really just for organizational purposes, but it is a pretty nice account feature that they also have. In addition to that, they also have roundups, where you can round up purchases in the nearest dollar, and it'll on your checking account, and then it will put the change into your savings. So that's kind of the benefit of having both. That's why I'm reviewing both in this video, because they really kind of do tie together with SoFi. You also have automatic transfers, so you can pay yourself with recurring transfers, and grow your savings more consistently. These are the same kind of things generally you would expect. Mobile check deposit. These are all the kind of things they have on both their checking and savings accounts. Again, so you can easily open this savings account online, again, at the links in the video description. If you are interested in getting started with SoFi, you can apply online, again, and open an account, fund it, and set it up. So that pretty much rounds out this video here, just quickly going over SoFi's checking and savings accounts. I do think they are pretty good and some of the best in the industry when it comes to savings and checking accounts under one company. It's a pretty nice online bank overall. Again, they are one of the best online banks in general, and that's why we actually do rank them at the #1 spot for both our checking and savings accounts lists. If you want to get access to these pages here, it would be that first link down below in the video description, where you can see the special offers. Depending on when you watch this video, we may have a special discount or special promotional offer in terms of what you're actually able to get with SoFi when you sign up with them. So again, links are available in the video description if you want to check out SoFi and get started with them for your checking or savings accounts. Guys, hopefully you found this video helpful on SoFi's checking and savings accounts, guys. If you did, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.